How do you do, Buckers? I don't know what the hell's going on. I think where I'm at, my internet is questionable at best. I've tried to go live several times. It cuts out in the middle. I don't know. I said some things about Trump. Maybe the censors are shutting me. I don't know. But I'm going to try to do a. I'm going to try not to piss off Big Brother because they apparently are watching. So, anyways, hey, I just found this. Sam Adams. Sam Adams Nitro IPA. There's a prop can up there. And I found the Sam Adams Nitro Project glass. So I'm going to pour that in here. It is my birthday today, as that title suggests. I am 51 today as we speak. You know, there are people that don't want to tell you that it's their birthday. They want to hide it. There are people that want to lie about their age. I'm not one of them. I'm 51. I have the gray hair. I've got the lines, and I've got the scars to prove it, baby. And I've got a story for every damn one. I am not afraid to tell you how old I am or even tell you some of them damn stories, even though some of them aren't very flattering to me. And that's the thing, right? And there's some people like this brag. I tell stories that make me look bad because I am all about telling the truth. Anyway, so here's my Nitro Project glass. It's very nice. There you go. I guess it's the same thing on both sides, so that it might be different. You bought the glass, man. Yeah, but I wasn't paying that close attention. I thought I might say something. Anyways, I digress. Of course, with a nice creamy head. I will tell the truth, though, because I just said I'm going to be honest with you. Well, because I've been trying to do a video now for like an hour, and something keeps going awry. So I've actually drank one of these already, trying to get this freaking video underway. Anyways, I'm thinking it was the Trump comments. Every time I say, well, every time I tell the truth about Donald Trump, all of a sudden, wait a minute, Tom. So I'll try to refrain from political speak and talk about other things. Although the title of the video is it's my birthday, and I'll piss off you panty waste if I want to, as a kind of paraphrase. But there you go. Anyways, I digress. It's a tough birthday for me. All birthdays are tough. Since we lost Seamus 3 years ago to leukemia, our son, who was only 14 at the time, it's been very difficult for my wife and I. And we both had other things happen this year that have made it very difficult. My wife had some issues with her best friends, and there's been a lot of things going on, man. A lot of things happened, and so she's really been struggling, and I've really been struggling for obvious reasons. And we both found ourselves having to look for work at our age at the beginning of the year. That was unexpected, you know. One day, actually, technically it was 2 days. 2 days, we're told how wonderful we're doing. 2 days later, we're both fired. Yeah, nobody has explained that to me in the right way, but what are you going to do? Oh, you're doing a great job with your wife. I couldn't do this without her. She's so wonderful. She's like a... Yeah, somebody has integrity issues, and it's not myself or my wife. But that's another situation. Oh, wow. So anyway, I am not home today. I have to be out of town at the moment, which is difficult. So because I'm not with my wife on my birthday, and she's not with me, and we've learned to really lean on each other. It's funny. So when we start talking to people, while we were going through everything with Seamus, while he had cancer, and then after we lost him, we started talking to couples, and we found out. Wasn't necessarily that we found out, but we started learning that, they didn't stay together. So we were both concerned. I mean, I love my wife to death, and I can't make it without her. So we both kind of, at some point, we both just said to each other, I can't do this without you. So I think that's what's kind of kept us together, is that we, instead of blaming one another, and I think that kind of happens. I think two things happen. I think sometimes the couples blame one another, and I think other times, once you lose a child, you find out that there's nothing else holding it together. For my wife and I, it was different. We both blamed each other. We both, well, not each other, but we both blamed ourselves. Or it was just hard. I think deep down, both of us know it's not our fault that we lost Seamus, but there's just so many things. What caused his cancer? Could we have done anything different? Could we have picked a different treatment plan? We both thought we were doing the right thing up until we realized we were going to lose him, and then it was there was nothing else we could do. And then we trusted other people that said they were on our side. Turned out they weren't. So it's you make mistakes and go on, but we have each other to lean on. So and we're not materialistic people. We're not greedy people. So in a sense, it was almost a blessing, because those people that were greedy, that were selfish, that were all in it for themselves, to let us go. So so in that sense, it's really been a blessing, because now we don't have their burden. We were both hanging in there because we were helping them. We thought that it was for the greater good, until they just got extremely greedy, and then we weren't needed anymore. Even though we were doing. So, anyways, that's something else. But wow. But we don't. I guess the bottom line was trying to eat a lot to survive. We got to make our house payment, and we got to pay the bills, obviously. But we're not materialistic folks. Neither one of us need or want to have a brand new boat like other people, or want to impress folks with other labels. Never been that people, so we're just trying to get by. I wish I was home today on my birthday. It's tough not to be home. It's very tough not to be home. This is an interesting beer. Wow, it's very interesting. And I tell you what's really interesting about it is it really has. I didn't look up. I have no idea what to try and for with this. Citrus and pine I mentioned on the can, but other than that, but it does feel very close to a traditional British or English IPA. It is 7.5%, so maybe a little bit bigger than most, but the aromas are very dense, or dank, I guess, is the word folks are using today. It's a very tight, creamy head. There is some citrus. There's a whole lot of pine. It just feels more like an old school craft IPA than what is going on these days. It is very nice, though. It's very likable. It's the mouthfeel that I find impressive. I got to say that I was a little put off. I do things kind of backwards sometimes. I only bought the beer. The beer was $10.35 a 4-pack, 15-ounce can. So four 15-ounce cans, 60 ounces. But I needed a glass. So I saw there's a glass, and they had some standard, standard pint or shaker pint type glasses. I don't necessarily have an issue with those, to be honest with you. But I had the brands that they had. I didn't want to buy something I already had. But I didn't have this glass. So the glass was $2.50, so I paid $10.35 for the beer because I wanted the freaking glass. I know that is beer geek. That is logic only a serious beer geek would understand. But yeah, I wanted this glass because I have other nice glass. I have the regular Boston Lager glasses. But I don't have one like this, man. I have some Nordic pints and some Belgians that look eerily similar to this. But I don't have this one that says Sam Adams Nitro Project on it, man. So I have to have the glass. Therefore, I have to have the right beer to pour in the glass. See, that's some serious OCD beer nerd logic. But there you go. Let's set that down for a second. Oh, it's my birthday. So, anyways, so I also found this Crown Royal. So, plastic bottles. Really kind of frost monkey. Always I put them in plastic. Those candy asses. There were three: the regular Crown, the apple, and the maple. I wanted to have some whiskey. Like I said, I'm not home for reasons I choose not to go into at the moment. And I'm having a hard time not being home. I always do certain things a certain way on my birthday, so I wanted to still have some whiskey. But anyway, they had this marked out of these three bottles, three small bottles, and the Crown, the maple, and the apple for $3.47. So I figured, oh, for that price, I'm not necessarily a Crown drinker, to be honest with you. I think it's a highly overrated whiskey. But I figured for that price, what the hell? So I have it here on the rocks. Aromas are interesting. Canadian whiskey uses primarily rye malt base. So you're going to get some of those spice notes. There's a little hint of sweetness in there. I don't think Crown is a bad whiskey. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's a bad whiskey. It's a nice Canadian whiskey. I just think there are other Canadian whiskeys that aren't hyped as much as this that are every bit as good, if not better, in my opinion. 40 Creek, for instance, runs about the same price. I think it's a much more nuanced whiskey. I think people have just come to be familiar with the name, like many of the beers. You buy stuff because that's what you know. This has become one of those kind of barfly kind of whiskeys. You just order it because it's there. It costs more than the well whiskeys. It costs more than the first year whiskeys typically. So it's one of those barfly whiskeys. When you have money, you go ahead and buy it because it's Crown Royal, it's special. Rather than really researching or doing some research on your whiskey and finding out what's good, you buy what's typical, and that's kind of what this is. So now I'm pissed off Crown Royal drinkers. See, there's no end to who I might offend today. I'm going to try to offend everybody. Wait in line. I'm going to get to you. Let's see, are you a vegan? Then we're going to piss off vegans. Bacon. I don't know how you do it, man. Hey, bacon. Yeah. If it wasn't for not being able to eat pork, I could be a vegan. Well, and cheese. Cheese. You ever eat vegan cheese? There's something seriously wrong with that shit. I actually saw some vegan chorizo. That shit is nasty from start to finish. Here's the problem. If you're going to be a vegan, fine. Be a vegan. Be a vegan. I don't have any issues with it necessarily. But don't make stuff that tastes like meat because it don't taste like meat. Don't say it's vegan chorizo because the shit ain't chorizo. That tastes like chorizo. Just put on the label. We're trying to imitate some meat product because some of us vegans really want to eat meat. Because that's what you're saying when you put out vegan chorizo. Otherwise, you vegans will be happy fucking celery sticks all day long. But it turns out at some point you want shit that tastes like meat. Chorizo. Really? So, chorizo to be good chorizo, step in there or just a chorizo. Anyways, let's see, who else can I piss off? Who do you fuck with now? I don't know. Let's see. I keep going. I can do this all night long. Let me show you. I do like this glass, so I gotta tell you. I know I'm only supposed to pour nitro semi-auto nitro stuff in this glass, but I'm going to risk it, man. I'm going to pour other beers in this glass, even though I know the beer glass police are going to knock on my door and say, Tom, you can only pour certain beers in that glass. You some bitch. I don't care. You don't scare me, damn it. I just figure when Donald, if Donald Trump becomes president, it'll be like the Nazi party knocking on my door, hauling my ass away. You'll never hear from me again now. They're going to toss my asses. I've said some things I can't take back. Let's see, I'm trying to honestly think of who I can film. What group could I piss off? I said, I took a shot at vegans. Oh, that was easy. That was kind of a pot shot, Tom. You know, it's easy to pick on them. So you don't eat bacon. There's something fucking wrong with it. I get where they're coming from in theory, but my thought is that people that really are vegans aren't guys that are folks. I shouldn't say guys, a lot of women aren't folks that enjoy food. They only eat certain things because you can't give up certain things because they're just so tasty, man. I mean, I couldn't be Jewish because lobster is yummy. Couldn't be a Muslim because that pork is tasty, man. Who's not eating a pork? But I'm telling you what, I ain't giving that shit up. Hebrew national hot dogs are good though. I guess there was something to be said. We only put certain things in this. Yeah, that's good because sometimes hot dogs are rather questionable. Although I have to admit though, if I'm picking a favorite hot dog, if I have to pick a favorite hot dog, I still do it. Eating like a mother humper. If I have to pick a favorite hot dog, I'm not going to mention a brand. There's a couple brands out there that I like, but I really enjoyed the pork and beef dog, to be honest with you. The all beef dogs are good. I love the Vienna beef over the Nathan's. If you want to know that, if you don't want to know it, I just told you. but actually, to be honest with you, I really love a pork and beef dog. I think pork really adds that much needed flavor to the beef, or that little bit of fat that you really need. And a hot dog. And there's a couple brands, a couple natural casing brands that I really like that I love to cook at home, either to steam very, very slowly or to grill. Oh, but I guess I do prefer the pork and beef dog. There are some I'm going to offend some folks now. Veal. I don't eat veal, but there are some veal dogs out there. I mean, the veal, I guess I got to tell you, are nice. So, anyways, let's say we talked about hot dogs. Who knew we're going to talk about hot dogs on your birthday? I didn't know that. That's what happens when you don't script shit, dude. Some people come on screen, they hit the live video. They have, they have a topic. They have an agenda. You just start talking, man. Nobody knows what you're going to say. Yeah, I never know what I'm going to say. Listen, I got to tell you though, I was planning on really. It's not necessarily that I thought about panning the beer or thought it'd be bad. I was a little upset that it cost $10.35 for 6 even though it is 7.5%. But I'm kind of impressed with it, to be honest with you, because it's different. It's not the typical fruit salad IPA that everybody wants to make these days. It's not flawed in any way. I think folks that don't like it are not going to pay attention to the specific tasting, the taste certain things that aren't in this beer. But quite frankly, this beer is put together damn well. There's nothing wrong with it. If the flavor profile doesn't work for you, well, that's okay. I'm not necessarily knocking you for that. But you shouldn't call a beer like this mid because you don't understand it. It's put together beautifully, in my opinion. It's something I would buy over and over again. I don't know. Is it something I'll buy again? Yeah, I probably will, given the opportunity. Why? Why not? Don't be a why guy. Be a why not guy. Why? Because it's intriguing. I'm intrigued by it. The flavors are nice. The body is nice. There's some malt to hold on to. That's something a lot of IPAs are lacking these days. There is some malt for it to hold on to. It's just very interesting, I'm just digging it, man. I'm just having a time. It's my birthday, and I'm kind of sad because I'm not with my wife and my daughter and grandkids. So I'm trying to make the most of it, man. So I'm kind of enjoying my beer. So here, let me take a drink of my Crown here. So I tried to set up several videos, and I sent a message out. I'm going live at 8. And then somehow the thing went wonky. I don't know what the hell happened. So anyway, I had to restart the computer, start everything over again. Here I am, folks, on my. I'm trying to run the video as long as this beer, but I probably talked as long as most of you want to hear. Anyway, so I think I will go ahead because I pissed off vegans. I say, so I've offended vegans, Muslims. Yeah, I don't have a problem with Muslim faith or the Jewish faith, to be honest with you. I know I have some great friends that practice Islam in the Jewish faith, but the fact that you people won't eat pork baffles the hell out of me. I am John Pittsburgh. This is my first birthday video. I'm going to try to come back with another video later and offend those of you I may have missed this time. Vegans, soy chorizo, bad again.